Hello, I'm here today with two new effects pedals from UAFX, Evermore, which is a studio reverb, as well as Orion, which is a tape echo. First off, I'd just like to thank Perfect Circuit for sending these my way and also for sponsoring this video. I actually visited their shop a while back in LA. I was pretty impressed. In terms of synths, effects, pro audio, and recording gear, they pretty much have it all, top of the line stuff. Their customer service is also surprisingly strong and responsive. They ship worldwide. If you are interested in purchasing any of the gear mentioned in this video, it's all available at Perfect Circuit. I've left affiliate links for that in the description. In terms of other higher echelon UAFX pedals in comparison to these two, there is Dell Reverb, which is a reverb and delay effects pedal. There's also Galaxy 74 Tape Echo and Reverb. There is Dream 65 Reverb, Golden Reverberator, and Starlight Echo Station. There's already tons to choose from, and now there's more. These are more or less like stripped down and separate versions of the models I just mentioned. We'll be testing both of them out with melodic elements, so things like melodies, leads, pads, as well as rhythmic elements like drums. We'll start with Evermore, but before hearing how it sounds, we'll check out the very basic user interface. Super clean and small pedal. We've got mix, mod, a choice between 3 different types of reverb, so large hall, small hall, as well as room, as well as decay, and we're able to EQ this as well. In the back here, there's also a pre-delay, which you're able to switch on and off. It's mono in and out. It's also worth mentioning that with both of these pedals, there isn't any sort of like MIDI sync or tempo sync option. Everything is manual. We'll start by hearing how it sounds with some melodic content. Turn on hold, gonna throw a major 7 chord into here. And let's hear it. We are currently on large hall. Super long decay. Ooh, that's nice. Turn up the modulation. So we get that sort of wobbly, modulated sort of effect. Okay, so I'm gonna try this with small hall. So without, with, let's turn down that modulation. Yeah, it's quite nice. Pre-delay on the back here is currently set to off. Let's turn it on. Ah, there we go. I think that for this particular riff, I like that better with it on. Okay, so we get the point there. This gives you an idea of how this sounds over like a synth wavy type of synth sound. What about over like a nice big open pad? I actually have something saved here onto setting 1 on the OP1. Already quite nice. So I'm gonna turn on large hall. Let's see what we could do with this. Modulation down, let's go. So that's really nice. Without it, yeah, that adds a lot. That's without, let's turn it back on. Yeah, that's great, whoa. So lush. Up the octave. I want to try one other thing here. The OP1 has a really nice reverb called Mother. What if we combine these two together? Very cool. So we're making movie music here. Next, we'll take a look at Evermore with drums. For my taste with drums, I'm gonna turn all of this way down. I made sure that pre-delay is turned off. Maybe some modulation. Let's hear what this sounds like over this groove. So that's full mix. Very cool. Whereas if I turn this up, right, so that just becomes a little bit ridiculous. So I like to keep this pretty low. This decay with some of it. So cool, it adds a nice little effect. What if we chose room, like a smaller, maybe small hall? Yeah, that's got more of an 80s quality to it. So, sort of like a gated 80s sound. Not really. Room. There we go, that's a bit more gated. Very cool. Turn modulation down. And then fully up. Right, so because the decay is so short, the modulation is very, very subtle. Whereas if we turn that up, that's when you really start to hear the modulation. As for Orion's user interface, again, super simple and stripped down. So there's delay time, there's mix, there's feedback, there's the level of the feedback, and then there's wonk, which is kind of like it's like a warbly sort of effect. There's 3 different types of delays from cleanest to dirtiest. So mint, worn, as well as old. Mono in and out, there's also a preamp off or on. For this one, we're gonna start with drums. I have a techno groove programmed into the Digitact. Here's what it sounds like. Because there's so much going on in this groove, I'm actually going to mute most of it. We could start with just this. Here we go. So I currently have old on, old tape. If I want like a sort of slappy thing, this is usually my go-to for drums, like more of a slappy sound. Low feedback. Something like that. Maybe a bit longer delay. Without, with. Right, so we're actually taking some of that punch away and just kind of dirtying up the drums in this case. What if we added everything to this? Without. Let's try this with a different type of tape. Mint tape. Right, that definitely is a lot cleaner. What if I turned on the preamp in the back? Ooh, nice. Without, with. Very, very cool. And I have a melody programmed into here. Let's hear this over the melody. This is what it sounds like. Definitely stepping into ambient land. Let's throw nitro over top of this. So this is like a filter. I could even play with, there we go, more of a square wave happening there. And the cool thing about the OP1 is that if I just switch instruments completely, ooh, that could be cool. Down the octave. Right, so now we just have the same reverb happening over a different synth engine, which is cool. Without. With. So obviously it's adding a lot. This is what I have for you guys today. Hopefully this was a thorough example of what these 2 pedals sound like. Any questions or comments, you can hit me up in the comment section or just DM me on pretty much any social media. Chances are that I will be getting back to you. Affiliate links for all of the gear mentioned in this video linked in the description as well. Again, a huge thank you to Perfect Circuit for sponsoring this video and sending these my way, as well as Universal Audio. This is me signing out, a synth guy's perspective on these 2 pedals. All right, see you soon.